What's up, ladies and gentlemen? This is Dark Ranger Romeo, aka Romeo Shan, and here I am partying with this lady or guy named Lady La Nia or whatever. Anywho, so I'm here with another episode of myself trying out one of the new specializations that are going to be released in the upcoming Guild Wars 2 expansion Path of Fire. If you haven't guessed yet, I'm going to be looking at the Revenant specialization, and this particular specialization is skills for a new stance, really. So you got the new stance of the legendary Renegade Kala Scorch Razor. I'm not sure if it's the same. I'm not sure, but actually, wait. If I think about it, I know in Guild Wars Eye of the Storm, if I'm correct, yeah, definitely. There was a character, a Char character, who I think when I first saw the preview of this announcement of the upcoming expansion and a little bit about the new specializations, I thought that this might be the same Char. If it's not the same Char as from Eye of the Storm, I think that's a bit sad, because I think the Eye of the Storm Char should have been there as a specialization sort of thing. So if it's not, then if it's somebody that's sort of in the legend of his, as opposed to being in the actual game as a character, then I'm slightly disappointed in that. But anyway, that's just coming from me, from a Guild Wars fan, even though the fan can't even remember the name of the character that he's supposed to be referring to. Anywho, so there we go. Let's change. One more thing, of course, on this specialization, you unlock the ability to use a bow, a longbow, that is. And I was really happy with this, because playing with my Revenant, one of the things that I really missed was the ability to adapt to a more ranged attack situation. I mean, there is the hammer, but I don't really enjoy the hammer. It's a good idea, I guess, but on paper it sounds great, but really I found it quite boring. So there you go. You got the longbow there. So first things first, let's try out the skills. So skill number 1, Shatter Shot. So you got release an arrow that shatters upon striking, inflicting bleeding on nearby Pierce. I think Pierce Fear Shot or something like that. That was the name of the Char I was thinking about. I think that's how his name is pronounced. I think I'm messing up the first one, but Fear Shot, that was the guy. All right, yeah. So I think that should have been the legend, not Kala Scorch Razor or whatever. But I think they decided to go with the girl, obviously, to have some more, to tick the diversity box. So you got skill number 1 there, Shatter Shot. Releases an arrow that scatters upon striking, inflicting bleeding on nearby foes. Like it a lot. I like AoE skills, especially because most of the time I do PvE, and obviously it's always fun to see all those damage pings going all over the place. Pew pew pew. Anyway, so let's check out the animation for this. That's nice. It's got like an exploding end as well. I really like that. That's a bit like the short bow skill for the Thief, if you played that. Really liking that. Alright, number 2 skill is Bloodbane Path. Bloodbane. Now that sounds pretty awesome. Conjure a portal through the mist and fire barbed arrows to strike from unexpected. Pyre Fear Shot. Sorry, I just remembered the name of the Char properly. Pyre. Anyway, sorry, back to the thing. All right. Bloodbane Path. Conjure a portal through the mists and fire barbed arrows to strike from unexpected directions at your enemy. Causes damage and bleeding. Once again, a bit of a condition damage builder, which is good. I like that. Can't use it. Target. Okay, I'll have to remember to use that on a dummy. Skill number 3 is the 7 shot. I'm guessing you shoot 7 times. Yes. Conjure a focused volley of arrows to harass your foes. Causes torment and damage. Try this baby out. Oh, that's interesting. So you wait. Is it just target one enemy? You hit 7 arrows with concentrate and attack one enemy, I think. Is it? Wow. That's a weird one. That's a really strange one. Okay, what else? Spirit Crush. Create a debilitating zone of fire by firing a volley of flaming arrows at an area. It's got damage, burning, and it slows people down. That looks pretty good. Oh yes, that's good. Ground targeting. Should be good. So if I shoot there. Nice. Nice. Did you guys see that? I think I'll have to do that again. Great Crush time! Wow, look at that. That's amazing. Alright. Skill number 5. The Scorch Razor. Which is of course Kala's surname or clan name or whatever it's called. I forgot what it's called. Unleash a fiery edge to ignite and knock down your enemies. Nice. Nice. I think from the get-go we realized that they decided to go down the warrior route for this, you know, longbow with fire abilities. And I'm not complaining because that's something I used on my warrior a lot. So I didn't change to color right now because I wanted to do a proper view of it while it's changing. But let's. These are some skills there though. I didn't think they were there before on other characters. I can't really remember for some reason. You got heroic command. You got orders there. They're called orders, citadel orders. And I think that's the. I think in the preview I saw for the announcement I saw, they said that's going to be basically spirits of her clansmen or something that come up and support her in battle.
The Emperor feared my great power. Do you?
Was that supposed to scare me?
Whoa! Wait, what? What the hell was that? Did you guys just see that? That's crazy. So new thing there. If you equip a certain stance, the legend in that stance will actually speak to you. I think that's a very interesting concept. All right, so let's go with the. So you got Citadel Orders, Heroic Command 1. Refresh the duration of your Kala's fervor, and grant nearby allies might for every stack. What stack? So you got Kala's fervor. How many fervor do you get? So refresh the duration of Kala's fervor. I'm not quite sure what that is. I think it's something. I think I'll have to equip Kala's Scorch Razor to see what it is like. So let's see the animation there.
This is our fight.
Nice. So Kala's fervor doesn't really say anything. I don't know. I'll have to check it out. All right. Kala's fervor. Apparently, it gives you 12 seconds of ferocity and plus 2% condition damage. Nice, nice. And then you got Citadel Order, which is called the Citadel Bombardment. I think I can guess what that is. Let's do Heroic Command for once. Alright, nice. Alright, and then Citadel Bombardment, damage and burning. Because, you know, bombarding the place. Nice. Oh, I like the artwork that you get to see in there. Did you see that? Old school Char artwork there. I'll try to look at it again. I think one of the great things that I liked about Revenant was when they were making it, I got to experience this. Stay away from me, Ranger. Anyway, that it was a great mix of the Guild Wars 2 art.
We are Legion.
Fighting something in it. Alright, and then the third Citadel Order, orders from above. Orders from above arrive, renewing your abilities, and those of your nearby allies. Recharge rate is you're given 4 stacks of alacrity. So for 4 seconds, all your skills and your teammates' skills recharge for at the speed 33% more. I love that. I love this. I love this. I like the purple effect on it as well. That's actually brilliant. So I think I'll be using those skills quite a lot. All right, let's look at the actual utility skills you get for this stance. So you got skill number, the healing stance, obviously, which is the Break Razor's Bastion. Summon Era Break Razor to heal your allies while shielding them from condition damage. So you actually release a somebody from this Scorch Razor's company. This is basically spirits that they had for Ranger, but obviously they've given it to the Revenant. I like this. I like this because it's got a support aspect to it, but I think Revenant misses a lot, especially if you decide to play melee Revenant. Not really doing much for your team. So this obviously gives you the opportunity to maybe save your team. Break Racer's Bastion also reduces incoming condition damage by 33%. So that's brilliant. That's brilliant. All right, we can try that again. Actually, I like the animation. All right, jeez. So that guy was a guardian, obviously, I guess. But he can die as well, so enemies can destroy him before he's finished his stacks, etc. Alright. Razor Claw's Rage. So summon Centurion, Jas Razor Claw, not Jasvinder, from the mists to enhance the attacks of your allies. The Razor's Claw basically helps you inflict bleeding on enemies, but it can only be applied once every 1 second. Something. So, see what this guy looks like. Nice. Okay, I would like to take this opportunity to say that on my Revenant, I've been quite bored lately, especially with the skills they have there. Because I wanted to use Shiru or the demon guy, so I forgot his name now. But I was quite because you got Shiru and then you got Malix, the Unyielding. Malix, especially, his skills are just like, I don't know, you hardly use them in a situation, and if you decide to use them for survivability purposes, they just take so much energy that you just become useless. So you can't really get out of the situation and come back quickly. Get out of the situation, then you have to recover a bit and then get back to it. So I think I'm finding it's something I would most definitely use. Whoa.
Oh, so you acknowledge I've done things now. Progress.
Great. Alright. So, yeah, inflict bleeding. So, what's the next skill? You got Ice Razor's Air. Summon Whisk Ice Razor from the mist to magically bombard your enemies with debilitating conditions. Impairing them, etc. AoE situation. You got a mob there. You slow them down and you cause them vulnerability. Oh, that's pretty cool. Thank you, Ice Razor. Okay, that was pretty cool, actually. Alright, the next skill is Dark Razor's Daring. Summon Cuss Dark Razor to disrupt your enemies. Causes daze and damage. So you can see there's a couple of skills there that benefit more from power and ferocity as opposed to condition damage, which is of course the main focus of the actual weapon attacks, which is something that I'm always struggle with on Guild Wars 2, trying to balance that out. because obviously on the, especially in PvP, at least you struggle quite a bit if you don't specialize in one particular area of damage. So you know, conditions become useless. Most people end up doing just full damage. So let's try that again. Let's try this family, Dark Razor. Watch what happens there. Nice. That reminds me of the Ranger's axe skill number 5, when they go completely berserk in one particular area. The only, depending on how effective it is on these skills are, obviously the way to survive against it would be if you're not actually thanks for that, didn't need that. Alright, thanks Q, that's his name by the way. Alright, and then there is Soulcleave Summit. Summon Lieutenant Ophelia Soulcleave to grant your allies strikes. Your ally strikes incredible bloodthirst. My English is like going down, mate. Summon in Lieutenant Ophelia Soulcleave to grant your ally strikes incredible bloodthirst. Okay, inflicting damage and restoring health. Yes, I love this. Is one of the things I really wanted to do Shiro for, which was basically to siphon health from enemies. I got something, but it wasn't that powerful. This seems slightly more powerful, siphoning about 700 damage and healing. So imagine this going down there. Please don't use a skill, my guardian friend. One thing I will say, however, is I think the color scheme of the skills don't really match up the actual animation. So for example, over here you see this dark razor, you know, you see this black claw there for razor claw, but once you actually summon it, the animation's all like glowy, yellowy. You know, this guy's a bit more pink. He doesn't look that dark, or you know, that awesome. I didn't say black, you know, blackness to him. There's, you know, a blue. I would have liked this, the blue beast thing, because he looks like Beast from one of my favorite comic books. But yeah, there you go. So unfortunately, that's my only gripe with the styles that I've chosen for that. Alright, so that's all the skills. Let's check out the traits now. Renegade. Oh, it's a short bow proficiency. Oh, there you have it, guys. I didn't realize this, that it's actually a short bow proficiency, not a long bow. Awkward. Alright. So the first passive trait is what is this? Alright, settle order abilities. So get the access to these abilities there. I don't know. Yeah, okay, that's fine. Refresh duration on Kala's Fever or Ferber. That's the stacks they were talking about. So when you critically strike or attack your enemies from behind or their flanks, you inspire yourself with Kala's Fever.
I understand you brought soldiers of all nations together to fight the dragons.
It's true. Defeating a dragon took the strength of all 5 races.
That's a lie, because I haven't finished the game on my Revenant. Anyway, so where was that? Get distracted by the dialogue. It's not good for demonstrative videos, I guess. And then yeah, alright. So you get 10 stacks of that, and that gives you like might. So looking at that, I can tell why the passive strength is good. Alright, so let's go into the choosable skills. Tier number 1. Ashen Demeanor. Disabling a foe cripples your enemy, which leaves them vulnerable and inspires you with Kala's Fervor. Alright, good. Number 2 is Blood Fury. Fury increases the duration of bleeds you inflict, so obviously that'll go very well with the bleeds there. And of course, if I go with the Claw Rage there, Razor Claw Rage, Wrought Iron Will. Evading an attack inspires you with Kala's fervor and grants bones to nearby allies, retaliation and regen. So that's more of a support, I think, if you want to go with, obviously. Because they go with Break Razor's Bastion. Right, the second passive trait is called Endless Enmity. Gain Fury when you critically strike a foe below the health threshold. The second gives you basically Fury and below 50% of health. Then you go into the next tier. Sudden Reversal. Roar with concussive force at your enemies. You knock them down. Yes, I love that. But when do you roar? Is it you unleash a roar at nearby enemies when you break a stun or knocking them down. That's good. I think there was a skill there, wasn't it, that knocks people down? There's a... Oh yeah. If I use skill number 5 on somebody, oh, no, if I break a stun, that's fine. So if I break a stun, that happened. I know there's a common theme on Revenant about breaking stuns and giving you the ability to cope with that, with giving you some kind of bonus for doing that. And I think they're continuing that here. Alright, so you got the Heart Piercer. Your short bow skills now pierce. Bleeding you inflict deals more damage. So now your bow becomes a bit more like Ranger's short bow. There's the piercing damage, and of course there's bleeding that they already does, but it does more of it now. Alright. The second skill, the third skill on this tier is All for One, which means using legendary Renegade abilities grants protection to allies near the summoned Warband member. Warband, that's the word I was looking for, not Clansman. But yeah, there you go, that's good. So if you want to do that mainly for team support, then obviously, especially, if you use Break Razor's Bastion to heal allies, you've got this equipped. So your allies are getting healed, damage has been reduced from the protection, and that's obviously helps you fight back quite a lot. Alright, the final passive trait is Brutal Momentum. While at full endurance, increase your chance to critically strike. So obviously you're using a bow, you're far away from the enemy, your endurance is full because you don't have to dodge because you're not nearby, which means from far away you gain increased critical chance, and that's I think that's a great idea. Alright, and then you go on to the next tier, which has you got Vindication. Gaining Kala's fervor grants you might. Citadel Bombardment pulls more missiles into Tyria for every stack of Kala's favor affecting you. I think that is great. That is something, because I really like the skill. So I don't have any Kala's fervor now, I think, because I wasn't fighting, I'm guessing. So it's not gonna. I'm not gonna see a massive difference there. Second skill is Lasting Legacy. Kala's fervor you inspire lasts longer. Increase your maximum potential stacks of Kala's fervor. I think so that increases it to 10. I think that's good. I think they already have. I've already got that equipped, it seems. And then the that's quite a lot though. You need 300 ferocity plus 20% condition damage.
You strike me as someone who never gives up. I like that.
You never know when history will be watching.
Anyway, alright, so next one would be Righteous Rebel. While you have maximum stacks of Kala's fervor, receive reduced damage from conditions. Orders from above last longer and affects a large area. It affects a larger area. A larger area of players can benefit from this, or if your teammates are a bit spread out in a situation, this will help. And condition damage is reduced upon you. One of the things that I really struggled with on Revenant is that the healing skills really don't help you against condition damage. They don't heal enough, and of course in a lot of situations you end up with a lot of conditions there. Alright, so let's go on to an area and slay some dummies. So if it's quiet, a bit quiet I guess. Alright, try again. So there was skill number 2 I think that we couldn't use. Conjure a portal through the mist and fire barb arrows to strike unexpected foes. So let's try that. So I've got that. Okay, let's start and then use this. What a guy. That's pretty awesome. Okay, there's portals right in front of him, it seems. So I'm liking this from the get-go. Let's try lightning health. I'll have to be in the circle, it seems. So if I try this.
Ash Legion, fall in!
What if I try a melee skill? Oh yeah, there you go. I like this. I like the axe and the mace on the Revenant. That's pretty much what I use. I've already got that equipped, so let's go. Stacked it up. Get some bleeding on the guy as well. And Bob's your uncle. What a guy.
Ash Legion, fall in!
Well, actually, I should have used that attack on the dummy. Let's see how much damage it does. That's enhancement. That's
Iron Legion, put your best into it!
That is great. I'm really happy with this. One of the things that I was missing was a bit of a range options on the Revenant, and this makes up for it. But before I go, I most definitely want to just do this one more time. So there you have it, folks. This is Romeo Shan, aka Dark Ranger Romeo, signing off. Thanks for watching this video, and please share and subscribe and watch the other Elite Specializations videos I've got up as well. Leave any comments or any way you want to support me. It'll be great. Thanks guys, have a nice day.